the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, this is the matchup that everybody has been looking forward to all season. You might remember Texas got off to a rocky start under young quarterback Arch Manning last year in Columbus. But he is better, and the team has improved around him. Ohio State was in the college football playoff last year, and Ryan Day expects this team to be even better. We'll find out here today. This is the matchup everybody's been waiting for. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Wants to adjust the pattern. Arch is going to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Smothers. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Running backs are wide receivers. They're doing such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers now.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. A give to Brown. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Oh, man, and how about that? You get your first carry. You're so excited, trying to make it. Trying to make a play, trying to prove yourself, and you coughed it up. That's not a good start. First carry to fumble it, give it to the other team.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Smothers. Across the 45. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how...
Turning it on! He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Arch to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick them up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
Touchdown, Texas! He got it, beat down in bounds. Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running inside, it's Jackson. Fighting, just dismissing tackles. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Buckeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Quick release on the RPO. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Again, it's Sayin. Lets it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast in the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
We're watching this DB on film. I just love his ability to break on the ball. And I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
Now on the option. He'll do it himself. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Quarterback making checks. Using his feet. Picks up the first down. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Short gain on the play before he slides.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
The run inside. It smothers. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Here we go, ready. Right. Hey, move.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Arch Madness. Pulls it in. It's Lockett. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You're bringing Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's just...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
Sends it back in motion. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's West. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Say it. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Sayin. Release to the back. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's Sayin to throw. Fires to the wideout. Open on the right side, that's Smith. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's West. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Sayin trying to be heard above the noise. Makes the grab on the left. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Sayin finds his big tight end. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he makes the extra point. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Throwing Manning. Pressure coming. And he never had a chance. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Manning from the gun on third down. It's complete to the left. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
It's complete on the right side. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And Jesse, you have a slot receiver like this. He can create matchup nightmares for a defense.
No doubt about it, Reese. And him and this quarterback, they really are on the same page. He's so deliberate with his route running. The quarterback knows exactly where he's going to be and when he's going to be there. And that's why they're so tough to stop.
The run inside. It smothers. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their third timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Here's a heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Here's Manning to throw. This one's complete. At the 35, he's open. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They'll decline the penalty here. The result of the play stands. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with Florida Atlantic taking on the Navy Midshipmen. And it's the Owls with the lead right now in the first half in a battle of 1-0 teams. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
At the 35, he's loose. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Looking for room. It's Jackson. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
Right back to the well. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Julian with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He caught it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And that one will give them the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score. Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To throw, Manning. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got an open man. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback may change this route. Manning. He's got it. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He's got him. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. This time he's got his man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's West. There he goes. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Say it. On target. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Wide open downfield. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Here's the pressure. Takes the easy one to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Under fire. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And this is why offenses are so hard to stop. When you have such great playmakers at the quarterback spot.
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Throwing, say it. He's got him in the flat. And that one did not work.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, say it. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Gets the back moving. Arch is going to throw for it. It's complete to the right. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
On the option. Now the pitch. Got enough for the first. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Looking to throw. It's Manning. Fakes to grab.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Here's Arch to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He'll pull it down and run. Tackled at the 35 after a 5-yard pickup.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
Brown again. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
I just love when running backs make those decisions, and then they get close to the sideline. Some will take that advantage and step out of bounds not to get hit, but I love when they do like this and stick your foot in the ground, get downhill, get some positive yards because it helps your offense on the next down.
Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. The offense changing the play. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. He'll bring it out. It's Cross. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Here's Sayin to throw. Fires to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the...
He tries to take the top off. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Here comes the Texas offense. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knock? Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
All right, offense, it's your turn. We got to get something together here. You got to get 2 scores, so they got to work fast. Defense, we just did our job. We just got you the ball back. I know there's still a long way to go, but got to make something happen really quickly.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Firing to the right, complete. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Say it. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Makes the grab. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. What an absolute battle. What a Donnybrook haymaker met with counterpunch after counterpunch. Both were